most famous male martial artist celebrity who can do splits is Jean-Claude Van Damme, most famous splits in the world, seen here with his trainer in his earlier years. And here's Conor McGregor, a person who cannot do the splits but falsely thinks he will one day, seen here also. Conor would be chart A here, a normal hip and a normal flexor. This is a student of mine. He will be B, even less movement in the hips. If you guys see, he's very far from the split still, even though he's been trying for a year now. Stop, and I've been trying to help him. Now here's an example of C, myself, which is full more movement in the hips. Here, you know, you can't get more flexible. I'm pushing him to his limits there. Any more and I will break him. Now here, I am simply very sore. I can do side splits in no time if I am not sore. Here I'm sore from training, so I'm slowly going into the splits. This is how a person that has a C type of hips and hip flexors and movement would look like if they're trying to get themselves into the splits. I simply can't do it immediately because I'm sore, but I'm pushing myself into it because I know I can, and I've done it all my life. And I've gotten many people into the splits, now going up and trying to go back down. But some people simply can't. Some people should have started when they were really, really young. And even then, some kids are not able to do it because they have limited hip flexors and hip movements. Now, I'm going to explain this thoroughly in a minute, if you guys stay through the next part of the video. But yeah, basically not everybody can do it. So don't falsely believe that you can if your hips hurt a lot when someone's pushing you or when you're pushing yourself.
Hi guys, first side splits and front split of the day. When I put my hands back here, it really puts extreme pressure on my hips. So then I'm really in a full splits. There I kind of feel some relief. Believe it or not, if I lay forward, I feel even more relief in the back. Trying to get into a comfortable position. There. Whoa, my leg forward there. I'm trying to keep it in a straight line. So I'm trying to keep my heel in a straight line with this here. So if you guys see this line here in front of me. So anyways, people who cannot do the splits or who will never be able to do the splits, as you guys seen in the screenshot that I just posted on this video, this is your leg, this is the bone at the end, this is your hip, okay, right here. So some people have their hip like I'm showing right now. This is actually how I probably have it. So you can actually bend at 90 degrees, right here at 90 degrees. But more of a normal hip will be here. So you can see like right there, at 45 degrees, you're already stopping. And there's even a more extremer person who's here. You know, they definitely don't have much movement. So it all comes down to how your hips or your bone structure in your hip, together with your leg and the hip flexor, how they're built. So basically, not everybody can do the splits. Some people can, some people can't. A lot of people will tell you everybody can do it. It's bullshit. Everyone can get more flexible. You know, I mean, and I won't limit you. I mean, it will limit you to a point with certain kicks, but you can always get really good without flexibility. There's world champions, national champions that I've met, taekwondo fighters, all kinds of people who can really kick very well, but they just can't do the splits. It's not for everybody. It's definitely something you should learn young, and even if you're older, some people who are older, they just have the hip and the flexor bone just in the long way, not here, but they have it straight. So some people just have that movement. I had a student not too long ago, a bodybuilder who was super buff, like Van Damme, Arnold almost style, you know, and started training with me, and his hip bone was like that. So he got into the splits in like a matter of months. Then the owner of the gym tried to train with me because he figured, hey, if he can do it, I can do it too. He saw the progress, how he just progressed like that. He found it amazing. But then when I started stretching him, I realized that he really had a hip bone like this. So there was no way I could get him further into splits than a little bit than what he already had. What I was able to do, however, is to get him to reach his nose to his knees, touch his toes, these kind of things. You know, he did get more agile and more flexible. But as far as splits is concerned, that's a matter of your bone structure. So there's nothing you can do about it now until they can actually change that with the surgery. People who have this kind of bone structure like this are just not going to be able to do the splits in their lives ever. But you know, who knows, in the future with more technology you might be able to do the splits. That said, just because you cannot do this splits doesn't mean you can't do the side splits, the one that I did first. Okay, that one is it's a different movement. So I've had students that can do side splits and can't do this splits. I've had students who can do this splits but can't do side splits. I myself have more trouble with the side splits, way more trouble than I do here. So it depends on the person. Everyone's different. But that said, with training, with hard work, you will get more flexible, without a doubt. You can get your kicks faster, you can get your kicks higher. Even if your legs limit you, there's always a way of adapting to a kick if you just train your ass off. If you just train hard, work hard, you can make it work, guys. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you guys, yeah, everyone can do it. It's bullshit. Most YouTubers will tell you everyone can do it. It's bullshit. I used to actually believe the same thing, but I just found out that that's not the case. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit you guys. So that's it for this video, guys. Till the next video, catch you later.
Now, if you have pain in the hips and not the legs or the muscles, you gotta be honest with yourself about this. If you're doing this and you have pain in your hips, by your hip flexors, that means severe pain. That means that you cannot go further than this. Now, I told this kid many times, asked him if he had pain in the hip flexors. He always said no, but I knew he did have pain in the hip flexors. He was just lying to himself. So this is why he kept doing splits. I kept pretending to help push him and all this, because he's stubborn. He is narcissistic. He wants to lie to himself. With people like him, students like him, they'll quit as soon as they realize that they can't go into a full split. As a matter of fact, this kid kind of quit after I told him that a first-degree black belt is not a master. He was under the impression that when he got his first-degree black belt, he would be a master then. It's like, how retarded can you be? You know what I'm saying? To believe that, or to think that even. Anyways, when I gave him that reality check, he pretty much quit training after that. See here, by the way he gets up, you can tell he's in severe pain. He's trying to do his best for the camera, but come on, look at this right here.
No cursing. Let's get watching.
Now here, you know, I'm pushing him to his limits, and he's cursing at me. He interrupts a lot, as you guys noticed earlier, maybe. So I've told him to not do it since he does them anyways. But anyways, you can still get yourself more flexible, even if you cannot do the splits. But you gotta be honest with yourself about this. Like what he's doing right now here, I can help people get more flexible, reaching his knees. He reached all of these things over time. And you can kick faster and reach head level kicks and all of these things. You don't need to do the splits in order to be a good kicker. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Very few people can do the splits, but you can always, one thing you can always do is get more flexible. Everybody can get more flexible and up their flexibility. But it's just that not everybody can get that extremely flexible. And if you think about it, it's not necessary to go into a full split. You're not gonna kick anybody that high. So, anyways, guys, really listen to your body. If it's just the muscles, you can push through it. You can push through the muscle pain and get into the splits. As long as you don't feel pain in your hips or in your hip flexors, then you should be good. In this case here with this kid, you know, I know exactly how far I can push it because I've been doing this for years. I've been pushing people into splits for 24 years now, so I know exactly who can go all the way and who cannot. If I was to push this kid any further, I would have broken him, really. So, I finally let him go here. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just let me know.
So how did that feel? You can get up if you want to get up. Your hips around, you know how to do the routine, but how did that feel? Did you go? I think you went further now, right or not?
Yeah.
You okay?
Because I had to.